Alright, so this is a shallow port battle, 25 ships on 25, Spanish versus Brits. And I have joined right in the middle of it. The Spanish tried to snatch it. Straight away we're in. I'm sailing in a Mercury, which is reasonably tanky. They've knocked the towers out, but we've managed to get enough ships in here to create a defence. Wave just pulled me down as I got a line on him. I have to make sure I don't get straight into the middle of them. Try and stick with my own lads a bit. So this is an important island, Tantun. It's just off the Yucatan, and it's a bit of a staging post at the moment, as the Spanish and the French are trying to push down and retake the South American arc, as it were. So we've just taken a Danish port that was captured last night using some shenanigans, it has to be said, which was also on the Yucatan, not the Yucatan, sorry, the South American arc. And this is looking alright now. At the start of this battle there was 12 Spain and 1 Brit. So just trying to get myself into the mix here. So again, I'm a little bit far out of the line. I probably just need to be patient and sail in and then cut over. But this is an important defence, because if they can get this shallow port, we'll find ourselves open to flag caps left, right and centre all the way down the northern part of the South American line. That's a pretty good shot, I'll take that one. So just keep looking around as you're sailing, so you're not running into buddies. I'm in a Oak Mercury, so I'm quite tanky, one of the tankiest ships, the Mercury. Try to remember where I lined up on this fella. It was about middle of mid-sail. Looks a bit low. Looks about right. There, all the hull hits. This guy over here, he's almost sunk. It's not worth going for him. Yeah, mate. I am. I think we're full. I think it's 25 in now. Taking a few hits. Quite sure where from. Be one of these fine fellows. They're too high. So the Spanish now, they're really getting mopped up. They're getting grouped on by multiple ships. And it's no good for them now. Now what's that? Bing, bing, bing. Our screening fleet outside the front is also causing them a bit of nasties. So this is looking like a really successful port defence, given that most of the British fleet was way to the south, fighting in a different battle. So Mosquito Cay was the place that the Danes took, which we've just taken back, and then we've had to come up here to Tantun Cuzamil, which is a good hour's sailing. And we've only just managed to scrabble ourselves in time to defend this. So actually looking at him, he's already sunk. I'm shooting at a ghost ship there. So now if you look, the Spanish are really grouped up and the Brits are just floating around the side of them, putting the spank on. And they're crashing into each other. Check your bells. Oh, watch this fella on the inside of me. Now we should be able to get a nice line on this fella. I'm going to go to battle sails so that I lose the lean. So he's actually heading for a ram now, this fella. Because he's sinking, he's heading for a ram. So I'm just going to move out of his line. And speed up a little bit. Oh, he's going to get the ram on me, so I'm turning more. He's got 104 crew. What have I got? So we don't mind the ram, to be honest. He'll sink now. No. So if anything else, this will get me an assist. Pull off him because he's been annoying, giving me a love cuddle. Trying to get a little bit more biff in, and then I'm going to cut across him and snap his nose off with any luck. I'll stick a few more into it then. It's going to be like this. So he's trying to tip me. I'm just going to go across his nose. And then I'm going to turn on this fella to my left. So he's almost sunk. So I'm going to go after this other fella and drop into battle sails so I can get some punts on this guy at the front. And he's coming in for a ram as well. So it looks like we're having a bit of a destruction derby now. So I've moved out of his way, and I think they're going to ram each other. This is an excellent bit of Spanish manoeuvring here. I'll drop down to battle sails again so I can get a nice tag on this guy's other side. A little bit high with the last few just because of the way the waves rock me. Back up to full tilt, make sure I'm not going to hump into anybody. Don't know how that guy's still afloat, to be honest. Oh look, here you go. So he's coming in on the ram now. Maybe, hard to tell. So spinning round. He's actually going to ram his mate if he's focused on me. Give him some right down the guts. And then just check this guy. Keep it turning, get the speed up. And that's a good bit of hitting all on that side. Could be on fire. He is on fire. Now you have to be careful of this because a good tactic, or a bad tactic, it really depends on how you look at life, is to let yourself burn and then explode nice and close to the anemones, and then you crew shock everybody within about 5 ship lengths of you. Stick a few more into his bottom and then turn back inside. These ships are pretty good at turning through the wind. And I'm not sure what sort of health there. He's pretty healthy, that fella over there. So I'm just going to go into reverse rudder. See if I can get a few more hits on this fella, although I'm turning away from him now. And just need to get the old manual sails going here. And then go reverse rudder so I can turn back in on this guy over this way. So I'm changing my target. Leave the guy on fire because he's on fire. And you'll see there the white lines beginning to come in, because that's the end of the port battle timers coming up. But this has been a successful defence. Started off a bit tricky because we were so undergunned, and then eventually we got more ships in than they had. And now, as you can see there, they're just getting wrecked basically. So, sang. They're having a struggle. Keep looking around you all the time just to make sure you're not sailing into any friendlies. There's a chap on my left there. He could easily be just looking straight off his gun sights rather than looking around him. So Enrique's getting a smacking now. In fact, he's pretty much sunk. He could even be just sailing out of the circle. Let's have a look where's some of the ships. There's one ahead to me right. I'll have a go at hitting a small target here. There's only 6 sailing Spanish now from their fleet. They're not going to hit, are they? Not really used to fighting with the Merc now. It's amazing how much you can move the cannon after you've fired. For 5 minutes. So you can go outside the circle for up to 5 minutes, and then you effectively start taking dot damage. But if we have a little look here, that's a pretty convincing comeback given we were pretty empty at the start. I only joined it halfway through. And half of this fleet, a lot of this is the Aussie clan, half of this fleet has come up from fighting down at Mosquito Bay. Is that a Brit? Oh yeah, that's someone else's flag. Yeah, that's a Brit. So we don't want to be shooting him. Let's check the map. Where are we? So we've got a couple up top. We've got one off forward and left. And this guy over here still seems to be floating somehow. Yeah, well there's a long range shot for you. Let's have a little hike from a distance. left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Mostly Mercuries, you'll notice. That's because the Mercs are so tanky. They've probably got the most armour. Well, they not probably. They do have the most armour of the standard shallow water ships. I can't see the health on that guy. I'm too far away. So can't even see how he's doing. Let's see if I can get a line on this guy. Sunk. So we're just mopping up now, and can I even see another Spanish ship? No. Battle over, so we won. So there you go. Well, that's a good win. Let's have a look what we get on the looty-doo screen. Let's see, did we get any upgrades? So, oh, we got a mid-grade note, so that's nice. They're selling for about 80,000-90,000 at the moment. And fine optimized rudder. So that's interesting. That makes your ship turn really quick. But whatever rudder half turn is much slower, and I won't be able to carry all of this. So weight 112, get it down to weight 150, bang that in there, bang that in there. So that mid-grade note's very nice. So I have to leave the other iron ore, I can't carry it. But there you go, 20,000 experience. I was only in it for the last what, 20 minutes? But I'll nip in and repair and flog off that iron ore. So I'm just going to nip in here to repair. So that was it. So that was the battle for, however you say that, Tantun Cuzamil. And I'll show you on the map in a second just what's been happening today. There's been a fair amount of early restart biffing. It's been good fun, and there's 2 new ships being released as well, so that's exciting. I'll cover that in Scuttlebutt later in the week. Let's see what ships they have in port here, just as a by-the-by. Nothing particularly handy. Can I sell this iron ore? I can sell it for 74, so we will sell it because I don't want to be carrying it around, and it'll give me another few quid. And what does it produce here? Silver. Ooh, silver. It's already been bought. So there you go. There's a shallow water battle. It's a shallow water battle with, there was 20 Spanish, and by the end of it, at the start there was 10 Spanish and 1 Brit. and by the end of it there was 25 Brits and about 20 Spanish. Although they took the towers down, we managed to get enough ships in there to stop them getting the battle rating win. And as more and more ships came in, really the Spanish, I think they were rushing. They saw us taking the port Mosquito Bay, and they thought, oh, this is an opportunity to run in here while the Brits are busy. However, they underestimated how quickly we could remobilise our ships up north. Half of us sailed there, the other half managed to use a port to get to Tantun nearby, which is just over here. So what's happened is our Russian-sounding Danish friends took Serena, which we took back last night, and then they took Mosquito Bay, using shenanigans, it has to be said. There is rumours that an alt account was used to drag the British fleet into battle with their screening fleet. They took Mosquito Bay. Now there was no timer on that for some reason, either muppetry or I can't imagine it was originally a Dane port. And as we were, half our ships were actually taking Mosquito Bay, the other half of us were around here. And as that was happening, we got the flag announcement for Tantun Cuzamil. And so most of us had to hoik it the full distance, which was about 35 minutes sailing. A few folks had a port here in Tullum, so when they finished with winning Mosquito Cay, they ported up here, and that meant we dribbled in just in time to keep the BR ticking over. If they'd have taken this, that could be a flag launch with a 10-minute hit rate on any of these. Right now they're on about a 20-minute hit rate from here, and the Brit goal really has to be to get rid of this last French port. If this last French port gets taken, then the French are stuck all the way down here, man. Anyway, that's that, and well done to all the Brits involved in that. And I will see you on the oceans, and I will catch you later.